you beautiful, awesome people, and welcome back to YuGiOh Duelist of the Roses. And at the moment we are dealing with the custom themed duels, where I go through with a themed deck of choice, whether it be the choice of my members or the choice of my comment section, and I use that deck up against 3 AI decks. The AIs, of course, are the AIs that you see throughout the campaign. I go through and try and improve them, in air quotation marks around improve, by the way, because the AI in this game is kind of stupid at times, and other times they can just be really godly and be like, what just happened? Take example the last episode of this where I said Yugi was stupid and then he turned around and kicked my ass. Go figure. And yet Maya, was really good, and she did put up a fight in that duel, and then she kind of still lost in a way. But anyways, the last theme team we did was a machine deck, which, as I said, was kind of like one of my favorite archetypes in this particular game. It was followed by Dragon, of course, and Zombies is a tie second as well. And the first episode we also did for that was also the Red Eyes Black Dragon theme deck. So it would make sense that I do its counterpart and do Blue Eyes White Dragon in this episode, which is very interesting because Blue Eyes is very boring. It is a very powerful monster indeed, but when it comes to originality and creativity, it is bare bones boring. You could only do Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I could do the Blue Eyes Ritual, but believe me, the chances of me pulling that off are very rare, considering I normally just go with using the base card and any other cards around it, like equip cards or whatever spell or trap I can really use around it, which in this case there's very little. The only card I really threw in was more like a boosted effect, and that was it. It's not really a Blue Eyes compliment or anything like that, but it's still something. So yeah, really the main cards I'll be using is Blue Eyes White Dragon and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which of course is the deck leader for this. So yeah, it's kind of a boring deck, and it's extremely powerful, so I've tried to think of AI that would suit this particular deck, and the first one we're doing is Bakura, who is just equally as boring. He can't fuse. His AI cannot fuse at all. It's programmed not to fuse. So that was a huge challenge to begin with. And even in the campaign, he uses mainly a plant deck. The plant deck itself, when I looked at it, is very interesting. Very low-leveled plant monsters that can run Crush card, and a whole bunch of equipment cards. It runs with Forest and Crush Field. Again, it's kind of a little bit boring, and every time I verse Bakura, it's a just whitewashed duel. It's just one-sided. Even when... I think the only time Bakura's ever been hard for me is when I first started learning this game or first playing it, when you had to, purposely take out all of your strong monsters to reach the deck cost. These days, it's just bleh. He's so boring. So anyways, I tried to make him interesting using a Immortal deck, which he can run very poorly, but because of how powerful Immortal cards are, even though they're, again, bare bones, very similar to Blue Eyes, not much you can really do with them outside of powering them up or whatnot. They can be quite powerful with their effects, and they've got very interesting effects as well, and their main effect being, of course, upon destruction, they do create crushed terrain, which can be very annoying. So it's kind of like a counterbalance to the Blue Eyes, and I've put this one as the first duel because normally I go easy, medium, and hard duels to kind of build it up instead of going straight off the bat really hard duel and make it like a big climax and then we just go anticlimactic near the end. I kind of want it to go the other way around. Right, so hopefully this is interesting. I did originally try it on this map because Immortal is obviously stronger in Crush, but of course it's very boring on my end because I can't do very much. So I'm going to do the opposite, and I hope this works. So this is going to be a first for me. I try and go through and test out a few things before I do recording, but I'm a bit running behind on schedule at the moment, so did a quick test. Everything worked fine with all the decks. No SP summoning debacles, which is great. I'm going to try and avoid using Mountain as much as I can. I already did get a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which is really good, so I think I might just end my turn a couple of times. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon with my deck master only requires 10 summoning points instead of 12. So that's good. I'm just gonna end my turn one more time. The Deckmaster's ability too for Bakura's allows it to terrain change as well. So whenever it moves, it also causes the terrain to move to, change the crush, which can be kind of annoying. Alright, so it is almost duel over. Oh yeah, Deck Leader ability does force my monsters to flip up, which is always fun. Okay, he's not moving. Either that's a trap card or AI just being stupid again. Let's take a quick squiz. No, it's just AI being dumb again. Well, I know I like short and sweet, but that didn't demonstrate anything. Alright, I go back a little bit. Or, I do have one other way of doing this. As I said, this was like really hard because I'm trying to use all different AIs, and the ones I got left, they're not really all that interesting in a way. The way I could get around this is either set Bakura's SP summoning to max, or I just use this, for example. It's just a plain Turrell, so I won't get any terrain boost or anything like that. I'll have another go, see if this AI decides to work. It worked before, and as I said, it was a bit of a met duel, but it kind of showed off Immortals, kind of. Unfortunately, there's no AI that can really show off Immortals all that well, because no one uses them. They're kind of like a collectible in the game. There's a lot of certain requirements you need in order to get Immortals. You can actually find them throughout the main campaign. It's quite interesting, actually. I am going to do a video on finding the Immortals and what maps give what and all that, and where you're going to go and what you're going to do and all that shenanigans. So that will be in the future. But yeah, other than that, Immortals are kind of annoying in regards to trying to get an AI to work around them. I'll probably end up doing a theme team on Immortals, only because, as I said, they're really interesting. If this AI does not work, I'm going to have to put the SP up to 12 each turn. Although, as I said, I can't figure out if that is working, because I've got no way of accessing the AI's SP counter. Alright, it's just going to do that. I'm just going to try and force him to summon something. So at the moment, 3 cards in the back. And I'm pretty sure from memory too, Bakura's AI is... Well then again, it's hard to tell from memory because I used to beat Bakura's ass pretty quickly, so it's hard to tell what his AI really does. Ah, great. My trap card ain't going anywhere. He just flipped my trap card up. And now, because it's faced up, trap card can't move. But he is going to activate it. That's weird. Why do you do that? And why with that card? That card is like super good. Why waste it? I know it looks really bad like stat-wise, but when it moves, it reduces the opponent's life points by 50. I know on my TV it actually looked like 60, funny enough, but it's 50 life points each time you move it. Very similar to like the spider thing we did, YuGiOh, where it moves and it reduces your life points by 50. But that vial of phlegm thingamajiggy, mucus yolk. Why could I not think of mucus? I thought of every other word. Decreases the opponent's life points when you move, which is far superior. So all you gotta do is just keep it behind your deck letter or something like that and move it backwards and forwards, and you reduce your opponent's life points by 50. Quite strong. Alright, so there's an example of like really bad AI behavior. He knew it was a trap card, but yet still took a monster into it. So let's see what other stupid things this AI does. Oh, okay, my shadow spell got shadow spelled. That's an interesting statement. My shadow spell got shadow spelled. Didn't think I'd ever be saying that sentence. Alright, play my Solomon's Law book for a mulligan. It is one drawback to this deck. It just does not summon monsters at all. There's like only 9 monsters in this deck, so it is very hard to draw a card. But when we do finally draw a card, it's, yeah, it's one-sided to all hell. I should have brought, like, Swords of Revealing Light or something like that to see what's on the opponent's side of the field. And then I just started thinking about that. I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Just flip up all these cards and see what's going on. Okay, a bit of a stalemate at the moment. Something's gonna happen, I hope. Please don't go in defense position. Oh. Goodbye. That's like the strongest Immortal card too. So that went rip. And yeah, we're still not getting anywhere. I might send a mountain card up this way. Why? See, this AI at times just makes me go, why? And had a chance to show off what the AI does. Also, not the AI is just stupid at this rate, you can see that. I don't really need anything else demonstrating that. But I haven't had a chance to oh, finally I have something I can summon, but it's not a Blue Eyes, it's close enough though. Alright, Mystical Elf, when it's flipped up, raises the attack and defense. I think it's attack and defense, yes, by 800 points from memory. We'll find out in a second. I know it raises light monsters, which Blue Eyes and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon are both light monsters, obviously, so that's why it's in the deck. It's purely there just for the attack boost, and then it goes rip. It gets sent to the graveyard. Nothing's moving because nothing's coming. Is he seriously always this defensive? I'm gonna go into campaign afterwards, like after I record this video, go into campaign and see if he's always this defensive. I swear he's not that defensive. Which means next time I do Bakura's AI, I'm gonna have to do his stupid plant deck. It's not actually that stupid. I did look at the deck list for it, and it actually looks semi-decent. It functions well. It has everything there to make a decent deck. So if you threw it into like a decent forest area, it would probably work. As I said, I think it's just because his AI is just kind of... Oh, finally I have something I can play. It only took me 3,000 years. And nearly half my deck gone too. Alright, flip that up, got an attack boost, now let's see what happens. He wouldn't go into me with his mucus, surely. Surely not, you would not go in with the mucus. Okay, no spell, no trap. Nice, I am now getting some stuff. Oh, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Whatevs. The only other problem too is because I'm using such powerful cards, I can't play this deck on a full crush field. It's a shame. Although that probably should teach me to stop overriding my other decks. Because I'm pretty sure one of them could have easily played on the crush field. Oh. Oh, negate attack. Okay. Cools. Go this. I was... What? Why? Why? Why would you do that? Are you serious? You know I've got like no other option but to attack. There has to be a spell or trap card there. There has to be. There has to be a reason why he would move that forward. This AI is just dumb. This AI is just dumb. Oh god, I didn't get a chance to show off the AI. Oh no, I did show off the AI. Oh. What I mean to say is I didn't get a chance to show off the Immortals. And yes, you can get the Immortals through the graveyard, which is very interesting. Well, that's Bakura's AI for you folks. It's bad. I mean, really what was supposed to happen is you fight the Immortals, they get destroyed, they do off their interesting effects as well, they leave Crush, Blue Eyes goes RIP, I use Monster Reborn, rinse and repeat until I finally won with life point deduction, or the AI just runs into me with its deck leader. That was basically what the duel was supposed to be, but as I said, I think I did 2 practice duels, and even then it wasn't really much of a interesting duel. As I said, bad AI just doesn't help, and I was like, maybe he could use Immortals. He kind of does, kind of doesn't, as you saw. And the deck is built relatively well too. There's quite a lot of monster cards. It's just AI stupidity just does not help. So that's the first duel. A little bit disappointing indeed. So yeah, we'll move on to the second duel, which should be a little bit more entertaining because the AI is quite aggressive. And then we'll lead off with the big bang and see if I can actually redeem myself after practice, because that was a ripperoni. Anyways, I'll see you guys in about a second or two. Right, we're back with the second duel, which is using the Bandit Keith AI, and of course we're using a metal, a red metal Zoa, and I immediately went archetype is metal. It's machine deck, so this is, as I said, Bandit Keith is an extremely aggressive AI, which is great. So the entertainment factor should be a little bit higher than Bakura's. As I said, I'm going to go and do the campaign a couple of times with Bakura's stage and try and figure out how his brain even works, if there is one in his head, of course, which I doubt it. So yeah, this should be really interesting. Obviously, a whole bunch of machine-type monsters. Machines, as we saw in the previous video or episode, whatever you want to call these particular parts. All of the machine types have really decent attack points, and on Wasteland they're really good, and I'll try to avoid using the Mountains field card unless I really, really have to use it to try and get myself out of a dire situation, which would be very rare with Blue Eyes, but still, just in case that ever happens. He's got things like Limited Removal, which is a all-field equipped card in a way. It powers up all machine monsters on the field by 500, I think it is, or 600. I can't quite remember the figure off the top of my head. It's still really good. And he uses things like Magic Jammer to be a pain in the ass. Fun stuff like that. So I did make a field, which is this one. So let's jump into these shenanigans and see how Bandit Keith fares up against Blue Eyes. I will admit the last duel, or the practice duel I had with him, I had one. And it went on for a little while, a couple of points where I actually thought I was going to lose because I couldn't get a card out quick enough, but I do have Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon already, which is good. So we're starting off with a mulligan, which is kind of handy in a way. I can kind of see if I can pull something better than a grave robber. Alright, we'll send Acid Trap Hole down. Obviously, I've given Bandit Keith and all the AIs like Acid Trap Hole, Shadow Spell to try and give them an advantage, because normally they don't carry such powerful traps, and AI can always use those particular cards. That's not an issue whatsoever, because trap's a trap. You just put it on the field, you move it around, or you put it behind you, or next to your deck leader, and try and snag your opponent in a very nasty trap. So he's doing what he does here. Wow, that was a really good Acid Trap Hole, actually. Launcher Spider went rip. Although I do have Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon coming out, so that's a bad thing on his part. So I'm going to sneak into the corner here. Power up. And in the practice duel too, Barrel Dragon did what Barrel Dragon does best and destroys me. The AI used it and it destroyed me. Although, fun fact, I completely forgot to mention this in the previous episode when I was using the machine deck. Once you complete the game, Barrel Dragon gets a little confused on who it should be destroying, and it targets both sides of the field. So it can make it a little bit more of a balanced card in a way, I guess, post-game. Though it is very annoying when you want to try and take a victory, and Barrel Dragons just denies you straight off the bat by targeting your own cards, so that's bad. Oh, Machine King. Not like it would have mattered, but still it could have put him at an advantage there. Although it is only like a couple of 100 points he would have gained. Mimicat. I could easily just like grab one of his cards and try and turn that against him. So he's going to try and send a card down one way. He always goes to the left side of the field or right side for him. And then down the center as well. Though that's... Oh, you bastard. He will take a bunch of life point damage, but my Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon does bite the dust. 2, 1, bang! Is that Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon making that noise, or is that Blastsphere? I think it's Blastsphere making that ting-ting! 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 Well, I won't be going ting-ting anymore, neither will my Blue Eyes. Oh, dude! Just die already! He's like doing some cool, what do they call it? When they roll on their back, the freestylers, or... Are they called freestylers, or am I thinking completely wrong term here? I got spellbound, but yeah, effect activate boom. Rep. Well, that's one way to deal with Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Just send a blast sphere into it and blow it up. Sure. Do that, why don't ya? Lucky I put Monster Reborn down. I know it's kind of cheaty, but as I said, I'm only using really 6 monsters, so I need something to bring back my cards if they go rip. Anyways, 5,000 attack. Please don't use Blast Sphere on me again. That'll be much appreciated. Cheers and thank you. Also, Metal Zoa can move twice, I do believe. Or he gives the cards a chance to move twice. I didn't explain that with the Immortal. They only had 2 effects. You saw both of them. Train change and card open. Anyways, as for Metal Zoa's abilities, increased movement, yeah, he don't do that because the AI is not programmed to do that. Level cost reduction and movement boost for same type friendlies. I'm not sure if the AI would do that. General confusion there because I'm not sure I can't actually remember from memory if he has that ability in the actual campaign. So when they programmed this game, they obviously didn't go that far ahead with programming the AI to work with SD rank monsters. So if they had SD rank abilities or max rank, they wouldn't adapt to that at all, which is kind of annoying. There's a lot of things I didn't really program to have the AIs do, so yeah. But then again, why would you program for that if it never really was a thing, I guess? Maybe it's smart programming, I don't know, that's just something I'm throwing out there. Alright, so he's probably going to go into my monster. As I said, if it's a blast sphere, then it doesn't matter. It's going to go rip before it goes boom. Yep, Mr. Wiggle L's done its job. As I said, it's going to be treated as an equip card because it boosts up. Dude! My mulligan! I wanted that, thank you. My mulligan just went rip. Okay, it's not a trap card either. Now the question is, will he go for it? And yes, he does have Magic Jammer in the actual campaign, that's why I threw it in. I thought just to be a troll. Oh, Mechanical Lancer. And that's game. He's aggressive, and the reason why I said this would be about medium is if I can't get a monster on the field quick enough, he could easily just overcome me, or Barrel Dragon could be a pain in the rear side, or just whatever. It's really kind of hard to kind of make a balance, or a deck to balance out how strong Blue Eyes is. I mean, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, it's just one of those cards. It's the best card in the game, which is why it needs a ritual card to summon it. Not only that, as I said, you can't fuse 3 Blue Eyes to make Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon because of the way the fusion works in this game. And yeah, as I said, they need to really just debuff Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which was like, you rarely see it in the actual campaign too, because Seto rarely pulls off the Blue Eyes Ultimate Ritual and have 3 Blue Eyes on the field at the same time. It's a very rare thing. I've think I've let him done it once. And even then, it's not much of a threat. Because of how long it takes to get onto the field. So I'll do one more duel, but this time I will give him a full wasteland field instead to work with. Because they're default maps, but luckily. And then see if we get anything different. The other thing I want to try... I'll try this again. I'm pretty sure it made a difference last time. We'll set the SP recovery rate to 12, which means every turn he'll get 12 summoning points. And we'll do this. So we'll put the full advantage into Keith's way. And because his AI isn't stupid, he might actually be able to do something with this. So there is a whole bunch of powerful monsters in his deck. There's also a good balance of 4-star monsters and all that. And that's actually a really good hand. Wow, I actually got a relatively decent deck. Oh, sorry, relatively decent opening there. Alright, power increase. Is he going to go to the right or is he going to go up? He is going to go up. Sometimes they still kind of take in account for Labyrinth, which is what they're programmed to go around. So that's why I was curious what he was going to do. Please don't run into it with that. Oh, he actually did the 2 times movement. Holy smokes. Oh, that was very close. Okay, Kinetic Soldier. This is kind of his ace monster. Like, I saw Kinetic Soldier, it's kind of similar to Assault Bug or Assault Beetle that YuGiOh has. It's 1 star and it has a whole bunch of attack. It gains 2,000 whopping attack, I think, if it versus warrior monsters. And it's 2850, I think it is, originally, or 2750, 26, something along those lines. Very strong. So that goes rip. And I didn't use it when I did the machine deck, so I thought that might be a little overpowered. It's quite strong. Yeah, 1 star. And it reached that. Did it have any equipped cards on it, though? Oops, not there. Yeah, 23. Oh, he must have threw Megamorph on it, which is why it seemed very strong. I was like doing the math. I was like, I don't remember having that much attack. I knew it had a lot, but I didn't realize it had that much. We'll do that, because he's not going to run into my blue eyes. Unless it's a barrel dragon. Then again, he normally flips that up. Alright, that's another monster. In defense. Kinda nothing there. I'll just play that to kind of just stall out a little bit. Alright, what's he gonna do? Move that way, okay. And not move that card. Oh, wow, what? Oh. Disbelief? Big disbelief, if that's possible. You think after how much time I've played this game with, like, custom AI, I'd be used to really weird, even, like, not even with custom AI, just even playing through the game normally, I'd be familiar with what the AI does and not be surprised. Anyways, what card did he move? Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon, 3,300. It nearly overcomes Blue Eyes. That's a little scary. There's my Blue Eyes ultimate. I think Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon is the strongest machine monster in the game. I really need a second monster on the field because he keeps running away from me. Goodbye. Just a slight problem there, though. I need... Oh, God. Not enough Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragons there. Alright, I'm gonna have to flip these up now. Actually, you know what? These are probably going to survive. Whatever that is, it's probably going to not be able to bust through 3,600. I just realized that when I flip them up that I'm probably going to survive whatever that monster is. he's not going to attack now because that overcame whatever that was. That's hilarious. Whoops, I completely forgot about that. Interesting. What did he overcome? Oh, Magic Jammer, nice. I can use whatever I want to do now. Oh. Never mind. I can't do anything. I just wanna summon my blue eyes. Oh, that just didn't make it. 3,500 Metal Zoa. 3,600 was what my mystical elf was. Just to give you an idea on how close Bandit Keith was to overcoming that mystical elf and how much I just managed to overcome with a defensive wall. Right, so that was the best machine card monster was Metal Zoa, so the only way he could overcome me at this point would be to use limiter removal twice. And that should put him in range of overcoming Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, since, as I said, I'm not going to use Mountain to give him the full advantage. And I do get Spellbound, which is really annoying. He'll have to move into the corner. That's not going to be enough unless there's a Shadow spell down. Which I doubt it. Nothing I can do. Alright, so he's gonna move that off. I'm still genuinely curious on what he's doing. Oh, I still can't summon it. I can move that. And that. I was just being overly cautious at the moment what I do so I don't go rep in the process. Right, a lot of things are going into defense position. That goes up, no trap. Guardian of the Throne. Alright, so that's a pretty decent card too. As I said, it was thrown in there because it was a decent card for 4-star if I wasn't using the SP recharge rate at max. Either he hasn't drawn a limiter removal or he's not playing it. So I know he carries, I think, 1 normally in his deck, but that's it, whereas I've got 3 of them in the deck at this point in time. Not sure if the AI is just programmed to do 1 and that's it, and it won't do any more, or a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a whole bunch of variables. It just depends on how it was coded to how this works. Alright, I'm just gonna do this just to speed things up. 5,500. The only way that's going down is Barrel Dragon. So it'll be interesting. I was expecting something like Acid Trap Hole to kind of kick in. That's dead, whatever that is. Kinetic Soldier again. That's a rip. That's a dead soldier and dead life points. You can kind of see, like, he is quite aggressive. If he wasn't worrying about such high-powered monsters, I think he would have gone straight for my Deck Master. So what I'm probably going to do for next week's is I won't change, or I might change Bakura's deck to something else, just a little bit different, or I'd go to his campaign deck and just modify it slightly. But I'll keep Bandit Keith and the last deck for next week's duel, just because, as I said, there's no deck I could really put up against Blue Eyes White Dragon, except for maybe Pegasus, but we showed that off last week pretty well. Tremendous Fire, Brain Control, all that fun stuff. That's about the only other one. And if I can get Grandpa's AI working, that would be probably the only other deck that would probably get around Blue Eyes. Just, again, purely burn decks. It would be the only way to kind of win against this. Alright, that's that. So we have one duel left, and I am fingers crossing it went as well as I did when I tested this out. There's a reason why it's the last duel, because it's the better deck. It's got the better, just better ways of dealing with Blue Eyes. So anyways, I'll be right back with that particular deck, and we'll get the fun going. Alright, we're back with the final duel, and I gotta point out something for those of you who have watched the 2 custom duels so far. The capture card didn't die in the previous duel. Hallelujah! I think I may have figured out how to fix that, because it was really annoying. I do the second and third duel and the capture card would just die every time, which makes editing even more fun when it comes to post-editing and all that. I gotta go through and find it and fix all that up and make sure everything hasn't desynced, all that stuff. Anyways, final duel is going to be up against one of the card guardians, using the AI of the card guardian that has the chakra deck leader. Now, I haven't gone into full research but the difference between the Skull Knight card guardian and the chakra card guardian to see if their AIs are different in any way. I would assume they're both the same. They both use Raigeki. They both use Raigeki, yes, that is correct. Ryoku, they both use like really powerful monsters, which is why the deck leader for this is Meteor Black Dragon. I can't really do a particular deck master for this because they're all different archetypes. Like there's Dragon, there's Machine, there's a whole bunch of fun stuff in there. You'll see when I go into this, but this time I did the Card Guardians deck with a bit of a twist. Yes, there is still powerful monsters in there. There's still Ryoku. I didn't have room for Ryoku, and I think I put Mirror Force in there off the top of my head. I think I did. Didn't put Swords of Revealing Light or anything like that in there. I just didn't have the room, because I wanted to focus on a bit of an other gimmick that works with this. And believe me, when it works, oh dear, is it scary. So I hope people enjoy this, because when I tested it, I was about ready to just destroy the deck and do something else, because, as I said, it's the only way, or the only deck that has a chance of countering Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I hope you guys have strapped yourself in, got yourselves your coffee, or your soda, or your soft drink as we call it here in Oz. Your have I said popcorn, or whatever you're eating, strap yourselves in. Make sure you strap yourselves in very tightly, because we're in for a very bumpy ride. Oh lovely, I have my Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon already. So if it doesn't work the first time round, I will definitely do it on the second, and I'll change the SP recovery, though I shouldn't have to change the SP recovery because this deck doesn't rely on that. That's awesome. He's gone straight for me. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna throw some reinforcements up. It is only a negate attack. I don't get to see the card because he only did a normal movement. Of course he did. Oh, no. Yes, I did throw in Gate Dig this time, so he does get SP recovery. As I said, I shouldn't have to do it because he's already got it. Anyways, my Solomon's Law book, there is no way of him stopping this because he doesn't run Magic Jammer anyways. He doesn't have to, but trust me, the deck's pretty darn good. There will be a slight problem if the card he put on the field is what I think it is, or one of them anyways. So I do hope it's not that, because otherwise it'll still be a very short duel, which scares me. Okay, he ran away. Maybe it's not. But then again, the AI doesn't react very kindly with these particular cards, but when it does work, oh lord, do I wish it didn't work. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna throw the Mimicat back here, because I got some shenanigans to do with that. Goodbye. Oh, it was! Oh! Why did he not do that? As I said, I don't know if the AI takes into consideration its effect, because he doesn't normally use that card. So the AI is not as smart as you think it is. But yeah, I might be able to do like one other AI at the end of this because I think it should work with this deck. So if we have time, I might do that. I actually just thought of it then. I was like, I know one deck. I know one AI that would definitely work with it. So we might do that. But this AI does work. I think I either got really unlucky for it to work. Alright, that happens. But he's got other ways of getting around like the whole shenanigans of Blue Eyes. Gonna put that there. He's probably gonna send Gate Deegan to it. Alright, what are you gonna do? Goodbye. Oh, wait, Shadow Spell. I think priority for those particular trap cards is whichever one is outside, not the one that you get. Yeah, it's weird priorities there. No trap card, that's dead. Alright, we'll try that again. We'll try that again. Actually, I will change the SP recharge rate. I mean, if it doesn't work, then as I said, he's got plenty of ways of recovering his SP. But I'm just gonna do that just in case. Yeah, I think if the AI doesn't really respond well with these particular cards, then it's probably because his AI isn't programmed to work with these particular cards. I mean, Green Kappa should have given you an idea of what type of cards I'm talking about, besides these like overpowered ones. Anyways, Solomon's Law book straight off the bat. I think I had a Blue Eyes Ultimate Oh no, I had a Blue Eyes. Nice. Not as powerful as Blue Eyes Ultimate, so that can give some type of advantage or disadvantage to me. Well, that negated Change of Slime's effect. That wouldn't have mattered, there's no other cards on the field. Alright, so Change of Slime is the same effect as Green Kappa. When it gets face up, it'll deduct the strongest attack and defense of the monster on the field. So yeah, I did use this AI with those cards because it should adapt the attack and defense of his really powerful monsters in his deck. I might just do this just in case he's very gutsy or I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble! Because that's a trap hole doesn't work on Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon because it's over 4,000! This happened last time when I put the SP recharge. I should have learned. I don't learn, do I? Well, there was snow. Did I have a shadow spell? Did I? Well, if you can't beat them, join them. You use a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon yourself. Can you imagine if Change of Slime took into the form of that? I'd be in so much trouble. I'd have 2 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragons, or 1 pseudo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon to deal with, and then 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon behind that to deal with as well. Not a fun time. Oh wait, I can just do this. Hi! Yes, I do have Monster Reborn. I want my Blue Eyes back, baby. Hi. That's just gonna go rip. Not much I can do there. Yeah, bye. Didn't need you anyway. Stupid acid trap hole. What has it done for me besides protect my ass a couple of times? Except up against that card. Now I can oh wait, no I can't. Once I leave mountain, I don't have the attack points to take it on. No! Okay, Change of Slime is just useless to him. I so hope when I flip Mystical Elf face up, it's not gonna do his. Because I'm in so much trouble. Oh. I'm in a lot of trouble if it doesn't work. Blue eyes again. I could technically do 2 blue eyes. I hope it's not all cards. Own light monsters. Phew. I'm gonna have enough. Oh, bollocks. I should have used Megamorph. Never mind. I just confuzzled myself. Yeah, Add a Megamorph, I should have used it. Now come for me, baby. Yeah, that's right, baby. You might have 5,000, but I got 5,300. Yeah, that's how you overcome Blue Eyes. Oh, he backed off. Yeah, because the AI would know I would have Monster Reborn Blue Eyes, that's what I've got down. Makes sense. And then I do this. Boom. And then I do that. Thankfully, it's my own light monsters and not every light monster on the field. That would be annoying. And yes, that Blue Eyes does have 5,100 attack. There's just one problem though. I got no monsters protecting my flank. Oh, that's an issue. I need a monster now. Mountain? I said I wasn't going to use Mountain. Because it's a little too strong. Because I'm not AI. Then again, I don't know if the AI even knows how to do those particular cards. I just question it sometimes. I was going to say, where's Monster Reborn? I couldn't find it. Alright, all my moves are done. Look how many cards the opponent's put down already. Change of Slime is on the move. Oh god. I need a monster now. I am really desperate for a monster. Metal Zoa. That's a big monster. That's a big boy. Yes, Metal Zoa again. Well, it is such a good card. There's like only one card I'm really, or not one card, there's a couple of cards I'm worried about. And I hope they're not in face down defense position at the moment, because I'm in a lot of trouble if they are. I actually don't know if I'll be able to turn around if they are at that point. Blue Eyes, baby! Alright, Metal Zoa's down. Spellbound, of course. I ain't moving anywhere. Eh, I got a monster. Alright, come after me, Blue Eyes. It's an attack of the Blue Eyes. This is what this has become. Probably should send Blue Eyes down the other way. Oh. I don't know why the AI just gets really scared all of a sudden when I put down a monster with equip points. It's just like, you have a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, one of the best cards in the game. Why are you so scared? You shouldn't be scared. Goodbye, you've done your job. Alright, Solomon's Lawbook for a mulligan. And a whole bunch of nothings. I can't move anything. Although I'm generally curious if he will go into that now. Since I'm going for him. Probably not. Normally AI catches on pretty fast, so if I'm going after them, they'll either move or just stay in defense position. If they've got no trap or something. Gate Guardian. That's another big boy. I'm pretty sure it negates life point damage too, which makes it even more annoying. Why did they give such a good monster that bloody negation? That's my question. Then again, I question a lot of monsters. Why does these particular monsters have such good effects? Assault Beetle Assault Bug is the biggest one I question. Why is that monster so goddamn good? It's not needed. I could make just a deck revolving around Assault Beetle at that point and have that as the only monster and probably still win because of how much attack it has. As I said, why? Oh wait, it's in defense position, wasn't it? Never mind. Yeah, that's BS. It's already such a good monster, and when it goes down, it doesn't even do life points. It's not needed for such a powerful card. Alright, now we're moving. We're actually spreading out a little bit. Do 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 do. Oh, Blue Eyes in defense position, of course. Why would you do that? It's just only the best card in the game, as I've mentioned. Acid Trap Hole. Let's just get rid of it. It's being annoying. I just hate the sight of it at this point. It's just being put in defense position, and it annoys me. And then it just goes in defense position, like a little coward. As I said, it's the best card in the game, and the audacity to throw it into defense position. Could you imagine too, in like a vanilla campaign, the card guardians had a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, just straight up base card in their deck? That would be super scary. It'd almost make the campaign not really unwinnable. You'd need to either stall it or have like a bunch of trap cards in your deck, like Tears of the Mermaid, Shadow Spell, even Infinite Dismissal, I think that's the name of it. You'd need that as well. Like just a whole bunch of traps to try and either nullify it or just try and win before he summons it. That's the scary thing. Because Chakra and Skull Knight wouldn't lower its summoning cost, so it'd be 12 to summon. And yeah, just no support whatsoever. Twin-headed Thunder Dragon. Yeah, he's summoning out those big boys, alright. That SP recharge definitely is working. There's another big boy that's pretty powerful too. Although now, isn't it like three-headed Thunder Dragon or something like that's the better one, not twin-headed Thunder Dragon? This was really good back in the day, just really easy to summon. 2 Thunder Dragons, polymerization, or in this case, 2 Thunder Dragons just on top of each other, and there's twin-headed Thunder Dragon, 2800 attack. Pretty decent. And I think for Thunder Dragon, there is a fusion to even get that pretty easily. Anyways, twin-headed Thunder Dragon, goodbye. As I said, now we're going places. We're going lots and lots of places. Acid Trap Hole again? Seriously? We're putting Acid Trap Holes everywhere at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Acid Trap for you. Acid Trap for you. Acid Trap for everyone at this point. I really don't know why his movement is Change of Slime. Should just leave it in defense position. Its effect isn't going to go off, so why bother? Trihorn Dragon. That is a ritual monster for this game as well. I think? Pretty sure it is. You get to see a whole bunch of monsters you normally don't see either. Goodbye. It just went plop. It just gave up. It was just like, I've been hit. You've been hit by, you've been smacked by a Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's definitely not how the words go, I know. I have not listened to Smooth Criminal in a long time, which is really weird because Alien Ant Farm did like the best cover of it and I really like that song. What was that? Probably, okay, he doesn't use Tremendous Fire. Good to know. Good to know for future references. Well, we can't do anything until something goes rip, which I hope is sometime soon. That's bad. Goodbye to 1000 attack. If another Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon comes out, I'm in a lot of trouble. Though I'm not sure if he has... Did I throw in one or did I throw in two? I can't remember. Why is that still in attack position? Alright, that's nothing. I can't really do anything else. Alright, goodbye to that. He still hasn't used, the card that I always fear. Why is he not using that? Magician of Black Chaos just went rip. Or because he couldn't go anywhere. Gate Dig. So yeah, the SP recovery rate is definitely working because that only covered 3. If the SP recovery rate wasn't working, that would have covered a lot more. Unless, of course, he's only throwing down Spell and Trap. Still waiting for these scary monsters to come up at this rate. And they make me turn tail and run. Alright, that's another win for Blue Eye's Ultimate Dragon. It is the Ultimate Dragon, of course. Goodbye, Gate Dig. You always scare me whenever you come out, and I am spellbound left, right, and center. Not fun. Why? This AI did exactly what it did to me in the campaign, and I have no idea what's going on again. Because as soon as I come out of Spellbound, that's it. Actually, both my Blue Eyes came out of Spellbound. Still no equip card. What did went rip that time? That wasn't. Oh, Barrel Dragon went rip. Really? You are absolutely kidding me. It took the form of my attack and defense, so it's alright. If he left in an attack position, I would have been in a lot of trouble. Because they would have both gone rip. As I said, there is one AI that will definitely make use of this particular deck, but I haven't tested it. So it's going to be interesting when I throw it in. Right, another win there. Let's find out what this is. Oh, another Gate Dig. Yeah, because Change of Slime is only 1 star. God, that thing is so ugly. It's such a troll. Because it gives the opponent such an advantage. SP recovery rate up to 12. So if it has 0 SP and it gets flipped up, next it'll just recover 12 SP. It's just insane. So goodbye. You aren't really needed in this duel. It's a shame no other AI can use it except the 2 card guardians, but then again, they tend to be loaded up with really powerful cards, so they really do rely on Gate Dig. And I'm spellbound again! I hate dark monsters. This whole deck just hates dark monsters. Now what just went rip there? He has to start using Ryuku soon. He's nearly gone through half his deck. How come? Tremendous Fire again. Okay, makes sense, because as I said, AI just doesn't seem to know how to use it, so I'm fine with that going rip. I could potentially even just do this, you do realise? Like, I could just go Mimicat, and then go Tremendous Fire. I can't use it this turn either, because they're blocked off, and then go Mimicat. Enemy, Tremendous Fire. And the next turn, just deal off 2,000 life point damage. Even though I'm probably going to win anyways with Blue Eyes if he doesn't put... Oh! I'll just do that, yeah. That's cool with me. Still hasn't used it. I'm genuinely confused by that. Has he just not drawn it, or what? That, yeah. Anyways, tremendous fire. And then another tremendous fire. At least it gets rid of some spell and trap on my end. Cleared me up a little bit. I was actually genuinely waiting for something to play, but he hasn't played it yet. Which annoys me. Right, what did you put down? He's in defense position again. How? Right, that kills. No! How? 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 How did you live? Wait. Oh no! That's not my most powerful monster! Oh no! Oh no! I literally am tied with it! Oh no, that's so bad! I can't kill it, that's the thing, but... Oh god! And I'm gonna lose attack when I go into forest! Oh no! Like, that's bad! That is super bad! He's not moving it at a defense position either. That is so bad! God, I need to do something. I could have moved too, you dumbass. Oh, God. I'm in trouble now. In deep trouble now. I'm in trouble now. And I think I deserve this. I'm in trouble. Massive trouble. Why did I move that down? Because I want to get rid of some stuff. Oh god. Don't, please. Maybe he'll attack that. Maybe, I doubt it, because that's got a blue eyes behind it. The brain has stopped working. Would you like to reboot it? I'm just gonna destroy Shadow Spell. I just want him to move that card. Goodbye. I can't even ask a trap. That's the scary thing. I haven't got any bloody spells left except for Shadow Spell down there. Alright, let's see what happens here. He did move it. And he's got that on the move. I need to like crash into it, but I just gotta hope there's no spell card behind it. Unless he puts that into defense position, that will be annoying again. That's all I can do for now. That goes back in defense, fine. Okay, he's not gonna move that, that's good. But as I said, if there's a spell card behind or a trap card, I am in so much trouble. Nah, okay, that's gone. I'm going to sack my Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon off. That's generally annoying. Who would have knew my signature card would come back and bite me in the ass? So the card I used to win against the Card Guardian has now come back and is going to cause me issues. So it survives, and then it's going to go for its ugly ass move. I mean, it's not really ugly ass, it's actually kind of cool. It's just Kamehameha, boom, at 5600 attack, mind you. Which is enough to take out a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. God. That's a sight you don't see that often. Alright, now we start moving. Another change to slide. That's not gonna survive though, because it's up against my strongest one. 5600 defense. He really needs to have a trap card behind it to cause me some issues, but I think what would happen is the trap card would lower me down, and then, yeah. As I said, I do know one AI that will definitely work with this, so I'm going to keep the same deck around, but I'll have a different AI behind it instead. Because I've got to test it to make sure, and if it doesn't work, then I'll just completely change up the deck. Alright, now we are moving. As I said, I doubt that change of slide will actually move into that. And the deck master really has nowhere to go, unless, as I said, there's the slight possibility there is a trap card down. Damn it. My attack dropped down below 4,000 and that happened. Oh. That should be his last gate dig. If there's any powerful monsters left, I'm in a lot of trouble. Because I'm running out of cards too. Here I was thinking this duel was going to be a complete disaster, but now it's kind of turned into one of those, I think I'm starting to regret all my life decisions. And this deck is, well, I already knew it was going to be good. If the AI adapted to it, it'd be even better. Which is so scary. Good monsters in it, and cards that adapt to that type of attack power. All the opponent's good cards too. Alright, we're nearly there. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to revive my Ultimate Dragon. And I might just do this, because otherwise we're gonna be here all day at this point. Oh wait, it's now in my graveyard, that's why. I was like, huh? Hold on, where the hell? Can't use that until next turn, but what I can do is this. And then just speed this up. I'm just gonna get rid of that. And hope that doesn't bite me in the bum. 17 cards left. You'd think he'd start... He actually moved that card. Interesting, because that was another one of those adapts to the attack strength of the opponent's cards. Another Grave Robber. And then we'll just do down the bottom. Tremendous Fire. This is why Mimicat and all that is just so good. Just keep reviving Tremendous Fire and do 1,000 damage each time. It's so good. I mean, I could have put in Deanne, the Cure Master, into this deck as well. Not my deck, the opponent's deck. To try and make it, he kept recovering his life points, so that wouldn't be the case of overpowering, but I didn't think of the Mimicat potential of just knocking down his life points. He has not used Ryukyu yet. Why? Black Skull Dragon. See, he could have used that on that. Then again, he's not going to get an awful lot of life points out of me. Maybe that's why he hasn't used it, because there's no point. I'm going to speed this up, because at this point you're probably sick of seeing Blue Eyes' attack animation. And me getting spellbound. It's not in the graveyard at all. So either he has just not drawn it, which is a possibility. Very slim possibility, but it is definitely one of them. And then we'll just end it. Alright, I'll have to keep that in mind for the next episode. I'm going to use the AI that I've got in mind that should work with the Change of Slime, Eye Armor, and Green Kappa cards, hopefully. But as I said, I'm going to have to test it just to make sure it does, and yeah, all those cards, except for Shadow Spell and I think Acid Trap Hole as well, go in the graveyard. Alright, so, our usual shenanigans. Oops, we'll go into the actual campaign and we'll have a look at the deck and see what was in this boring Blue Eyes deck. I am so sorry, I just could not make it any more interesting than that. As I said, Blue Eyes, it's a powerhouse. It's just made to go boom. You can't fuse to make Blue Eyes White Dragon either. And the only way to get Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is with the Ritual card, which, yeah, I wasn't going to go through all that trouble to do, considering I would have just had Blue Eyes there. That I would have had to use Mimicat and Grave Robber to get Monster Reborn out, to get more monsters onto the field. And yeah, it would have been a complete disaster. So yeah, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, increased movement, and level cost reduction for summoning same type abilities. And then got Blue Eyes, you know what Blue Eyes, you know Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Mystical Elf was really, as I said, just there to power up the Blue Eyes Dragon and Ultimate Dragon by 800 attack and defense. Monster Reborn to reborn the Blue Eyes, because there's nothing else in my deck. 6 monsters ain't gonna get me too far. Mimicat to reborn, to revive Monster Reborn, or potentially in the Monsters good cards. Ryukyu was one of them, Tremendous Fire is another one, just those type of things, just to be a real annoyance in a way. Grave Robber as well to do the same thing, Mountain, just to put up some terrain if needed, was mainly for the Crush one. Solomon's Law Book, you know, for Mulligan at this point. Dragon Treasures for equipped, Megamorph for equipped, Bright Castle for equipped, Shadow Spell just to lower the attack of the opponent's monsters by 1,000 and Spellbound for 3 turns, so they can't move for 3 turns, as a trap hole to remove any monsters with 4,000 attack or less. Doesn't work on, obviously, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon or anything above that. So it's just there to kind of just really stall. And again, attack 1 only, because I ran out of room, just to try and stall again. So yeah, the deck was just really boring. As I said, I do apologize for that, but as I said, there's not much else I can really do for focusing just on Blue Eyes White Dragon. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and thank you for tuning into it as well. And next week, as I said, I'll try and have an interesting theme deck to use. I could do the Immortals, or I could do another type of monster. I'll try and figure it out. But yeah, if you haven't got any suggestions for that, leave that in the comment section below, and I'll check it out, and I'll see if I can make something interesting around it. Anyways, until next time, Mex will say beautiful, and this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!